Abraham Lincoln became one of our two greatest presidents. But at this point in time, he was not president yet. He was president-elect. And this is his original invitation from Mayor Henry and the City Council of Philadelphia to stop at Independence Hall on his way to becoming inaugurated President of the United States and to make a speech on Washington's birthday, February 22nd. We used to inaugurate presidents on March 4th. So Lincoln was en route. He was the most hated man in America at this time and became more hated as many of the other states had left the Union. Now you may question that, but half the United States left. And no other president has had a pull quite that bad. And it was his duty to try to, under the Constitution, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. And so on his way to Washington, D.C., he stopped off at Philadelphia and then later Baltimore. You may recall he was so hated they had to hide him in the mail car where they held the mail of the train to preserve his life. There are 80 recorded attempts on Lincoln's life during his presidency. So it's amazing, especially with an open-door policy as president, that he wasn't assassinated before 14th, 15th of April of 1865. But he stopped off at Philadelphia on his way to take the presidential oath on Washington's birthday, February 22nd. A few days before he would have been sworn in as our 16th president, first Republican president of the United States. He gave a speech, and the place he stood out in front of Independence Hall has a brass marker in the concrete where he stood. He gave one of his famous speeches there. And reiterated the House divided speech he'd given earlier, that such a nation cannot stand divided against itself, and hoping that the South would stay in the Assembly of States, the United States, at the time, that any rebellion against the United States was an illegal rebellion, and he would be forced to put it down under his presidential oath, which he took. It was a warning to the South, which went unheeded, unfortunately, and we ended up with the bloodbath known as the Civil War, the bloodiest war in our nation's history.